Hello and welcome to a new episode of our podcast,
Culture Cuddles, where we talk about experiences of people living and loving abroad.
Yay! If you watch this with a video, you can see we're in complete holiday mood already.
Since Christmas is around the corner in Germany.
It's breathing very hot into our neck, actually. Whole family is coming soon. I mean, my side of the family, obviously.
Yep, since I'm hosting the family reunion and I am Vietnamese, I told everybody to come and everybody will come and we are moving to the hotel.
We have a very interesting strategy this year. We were like, okay, who should we send to the hotel? We have not place for everyone. And then Uyen had the brilliant idea of, we're going to the hotel.
I mean, like German boyfriend parents is not that young anymore. His aunt is also pretty old now, right? Can we say pretty old? Oh my gosh, she's listening to this.
She's retired.
Yeah, she's not
That's
old.
Something we
love
say.
you. Yeah, she's retired. We just don't think that it's nice for them to sleep on the couch. And I don't think I can sleep on the couch for like 4 days straight. So we tell them.
Also, the apartment is just too small and Uyen needs to film all the time.
Yeah, so we tell them, okay, one of you guys take our bedroom, one of you guys take the guest room, and we are sleeping in the hotel.
I mean, we're just 20 minutes away anyway by public transport, so.
Yeah, but it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. Fun fact. Wait.
We didn't say the topic of today's episode. It's obviously celebrating holidays in a mixed relationship. And we directly dove into the topic.
Oh, okay. So, fun fact, before I moved here, I always thought that New Year is the most important holiday of the West. Because
maybe you say why you assumed that?
Yeah, because in Vietnam, our Lunar New Year is the biggest holiday. Everybody is looking forward to it. So when I moved here, during my first New Year, German boyfriend did not even celebrating with his family. He just go with his friends for the whole night. He bring me too. I was super shocked. But turned out it was not the most important holiday for them, like family-wise. What is the most important one, honey?
The most important family holiday is definitely Christmas, I would say. In my family, actually, we have the rule, like, Christmas is for the family. Like, there you don't make much plans with the friends. Or, like, maybe on the second holiday you can meet some friends or something. But, like, Christmas evening and the next day is definitely for the family and for celebrating with the family. And then on New Year's Eve, you can do whatever you want. That one is more for the friends and family, I was about to say, but no, it's for the friends.
In Vietnam, the Lunar New Year Eve is very important. Everybody should be at home, and then we're going to cook a lot of food, but not for us, but for the dead people, the ancestor.
But what is Lunar New Year?
I'm sure everybody know what is a Lunar New Year.
Why should everyone know?
You guys don't know? Okay, so basically, the West have normal New Year. It's like Western New Year. And our New Year is based on a lunar calendar. It is normally 30 days or like a month after your New Year. So this year is going to be at the end of January. And then we're going to celebrate around 5 days after that as well. So it's a big holiday for family as well. And it's super sad that I cannot bring German boyfriend every time we go there.
The whole country is free for like 9 days, right?
No.
No?
No, I think 5 days maximum. So back to the Lunar New Year. The New Year Eve and the first day normally is for family. And from the second, the third, the fourth, you could go and see friends as well. If you have friends. I don't have much friends in Vietnam anymore. So I stuck at home for the whole time. Which is okay. I like it.
So did you ever feel like in Vietnam you're also celebrating Christmas?
We do adapt some Western culture. So during Christmas time, you could see people decorating it. Company would have fake Christmas tree, ornament. And then you go to the street and the street is decorated. We don't really have many Christians in our country, but there are some church and people would go there and do things there. But it's really, really a very, very minor things, and I don't really pay much attention into it at all because for us, it's basically like Halloween.
No.
Just a chance for dress up or decorating something. That's it.
I can explain a little bit about my view. I said before that, like, for me, Christmas is like for the family. So for me, it was kind of a big step to say, like, at one time I went to Vietnam over the holidays because I had time there and because I wanted to see Uyen, and Uyen was missing me and everything. So I thought, like, okay, this time the flight is kind of affordable, because that was always kind of a problem.
Flights are never affordable during Christmas time to go anywhere, especially flying to warm country like Vietnam and Thailand.
Yeah, even to the cold ones, you can barely, because everyone wants to go home, which is understandable. That one time I went, and it was pretty interesting for me. Because, like, as Uyen said, like, there's a lot of decorations, although, like, people don't really identify with the whole Christmas thing, but, like in Asia, they always go super hard with decoration.
They go so hard for you. You would thought like this is a very deep Christian country, but no, we just like, I don't know, we just like decorating stuff. Yeah, we like bling bling stuff on the street. We have giant trees with a cover in like bling bling. But
in Hanoi, I was in a mall, and they really turned the outside of the mall like into a winter wonderland at 25 degrees. It was really feeling a little bit odd. And then sometimes it's also weird because they put on the Christmas decoration, and then afterwards they don't remove it for like forever.
I mean,
like,
it looks cute.
Literally, you can, like, of course not everything, but you can go to Vietnam in your summer holiday. I'm pretty sure many people saw that. You can go to Vietnam during your summer holiday. You go to a random restaurant and you find somewhere like Happy New Year or Merry Christmas or something is written somewhere in the corner.
Or
there's
Happy Birthday from a customer 5 years ago. And they were like, looks good, keep it there.
Or there's a reindeer or a Santa looking at you from the random corner. It's very interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, you even brought me to the church, and you joined me to the church.
And there was no seat at the church, so I stand for 3 hours.
It was really crazy. Like, people were standing in front of the church, looking at a screen in front of the church, what is going on in the church and everything. But yeah, actually, we were inside and we were standing at a very uncomfortable place.
The thing is, Vietnamese is a tonal kind of language, right? And I think during a mass, they sing the Bible or something. Are they singing the Bible?
Also.
So what are they singing there, if not the Bible?
Christian songs.
Anyway, yes.
Some are inspired by the Bible, but not all of them.
Yep. So they sing it like, God was created today and tomorrow, things like that. But the problem is, in English,
God was created today and tomorrow. Okay.
I'm just giving an example. But the problem is, like, in English, there's no tonal, so you can just say whatever you want when you sing in such a special tone like that. But in Vietnamese, they have to translate that, and then they have to sing it in a tonal song. So you can never hear what they are saying. It was like, how do I sing that in Vietnamese? I don't even know how to do it.
You mean the melody is...
Yep. It is extremely hard to write song lyric in Vietnamese because of our tonal. It had to fit when you go up and go down. So when I was sitting there, I know that they were singing in Vietnamese. I didn't understand a word. I thought they were speaking French or something because they were just like speaking in tonal, trying to translate things. And then I stand there for 3 hours. And then at the end, did you get fed like a tiny piece of bread at the end?
Yeah.
I thought it was like free food. Free food.
It was free food, actually.
But turned out it was like a Christian tradition or something that you would get like a piece of bread for celebrating Christianity. Yeah.
And did you get it? I remember.
Didn't. I'm not Christian. Why do I get free food from them? Just feel like I'm stealing food
because you don't need to bring your passport or something.
Yeah.
No. After receiving the bread, and because everything was so full and so overloaded, I suggested Uyen to leave after that. And Uyen looked at me and she said, like, no, I want to wait for the countdown.
It was like 11. So I thought at 12, they would start counting down. 10, 9. And then at 1, they said, Jesus was born now.
But no, sadly, there was no countdown. I actually wanted to suggest that to our church here because I think it would encourage the people.
It was my very first encounter with Christianity, you guys. I have no clue about Christianity before I go to that church. Okay, so let's get back to Christmas traditions in a German family household, which we're going to experience soon in around 2 weeks or week. Less than 2 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So German boyfriend's father always make boiled white sausages, and noodle salad. I think that is like the staple of Christmas dinner. Every single night, every single Christmas night, he make that for us.
Yeah, like that in Germany, I just said it, like it's tradition to have the gifts on the 24th. And like usually you go to the church in the evening to celebrate the mass. And before, like you don't have much time for cooking, so you have a rather simple meal. You also remember, like, I mean, Jesus was born in a stable, so that was like a poor time as well. Not with a big feast or something. And like then you come home and the food is kind of ready, and then you also have like, how is it called? Boxing time? Unboxing time? No, not boxing. Unboxing time. You give each other the gifts. We call it Bescherung in Germany.
Yeah.
Like this is how we celebrate and how actually many friends of mine also celebrate. Sometimes you have potato salad instead of noodle salad, but in our family, most of the people prefer noodle salad. This is why we have the one with the noodles.
Can I tell you, I despise noodle salad. I would prefer potato salad. Much more.
So you can team up this year with my dad because he says the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was a bit surprised to see how simple the Christmas meal was in Germany, or at least in German boyfriend's family, because for us, that night, the Christmas Eve night, or like the day after when we're celebrating New Year, which is the equivalent of Christmas over here, we eat like crazy. We make at least 5 to 10 different dishes, and they're all the fanciest. Like it was the best dishes we would make, and then the whole family would rather and eat it together. It is the time for us to spend a lot of time to cook complicated stuff, and it will take anywhere between a full day until like some very good 4 to 5 hours. And over here, during our first Christmas dinner, I was just really surprised to see just some boiled sausages and some noodle salad. But I didn't cook it, so I was grateful to eat it. I was just surprised by the different food culture.
Fun fact is that Uyen also gets like the white sausage, like the traditional Bavarian one, because it's the one that she likes the most.
Yeah.
Although like Bavarians would go like, what? Because you're just allowed to eat white sausages for breakfast and not for dinner. But yeah, in general, Uyen made a video about this custom like 2 years ago, and afterwards there were many people like, what? This is so ridiculous. This is so poor. What? But like it's tradition here, and like when you understand like where it comes from, I think it's kind of understandable. And then like the next 2 days are the actual holidays, and there people have a lot of time for cooking, and then you have the fancy meals. But I mean, as I just said, like this is my family, many that I know. I know that, of course, some families also have a fancy dinner already like on the 24th. But no, for us, it's traditionally like on the 25th and the 26th. There's like no working, a lot of time for cooking.
Yeah.
Then you can make something more fancy, like a turkey or a goose.
But to be fair, recently, in some recent year, we just go out and eat all the time. We don't cook at home that much anymore. When I first go to Germany, I actually cook a lot for German boyfriend's family and his friends. But because I was jobless and I was just studying. But then when I started to work and I started to be busy, it's just that Vietnamese food took too much time. And honestly, I don't think it fits the taste of most of the German that I ever feed them. When I feed them, they will say, oh, it tastes very good. And then they eat it. I don't know if it's good for real or they're just trying to be polite, but I don't know.
It's just their reaction. That's what they meant. Okay. They said like, yummy. And that's it. You don't go all overboard. Like you can talk with every Vietnamese you want who has a low level of talking English. They always know the word delicious. Because like when they try food, they don't say it's good or whatsoever. They always say delicious. And in Germany, it's different.
Yeah. But anyway, long story short, I started cooking for them because it took too much time. And honestly, I don't think it fits their taste anyway.
So how did you feel like celebrating here Christmas with my family? Being at the first gift time, exchanging gifts with them?
So the thing is, in Vietnam, we celebrate New Year very hard. And it's a very cultural thing in Vietnam. The whole house smells like incense. Everybody is very serious about that. My family would go to the graveyard to clean the graveyard. We have a lot of like spiritual tradition especially during the New Year Eve. We have a lot of spiritual tradition with our ancestors too. So it's a very, very special day for us. And we do so many activity, traditional activity that is planned out for the whole day. That things you have to do. But like over here, basically just family gathering together, eat a good food and exchange gifts with each other, and basically that's...
Play games.
Yeah. Play game. But you can play game any day, not just during Christmas. So for me, I think it's not as exciting as our holiday in Vietnam. But it's more personal because in Vietnam during the New Year, everybody is very busy doing things. Because as I said, there's a lot of things to do and we have to do it. So everybody is busy cleaning, cooking, taking care of the ancestors, taking care of the grave and everything. So at the end, we didn't really have time to sit down and just chill with each other for some hours because everybody is running around. It's a different vibe. Over here, it's a lot of sitting and watching movies and playing games and eating. It's chill. I like it. It's just not as traditional as I expected.
I mean, it's different.
Yeah, it is different.
It's very calm, I would say. And I really like it.
Yeah.
Like in the last time, like Uyen said, that usually we're now eating more out instead of cooking by ourselves. That also means like we have more time for ourselves. As my parents at the moment live very far away, I really appreciate that. And
You appreciate that they live far away?
no, that we're here together and
I'm
have time.
joking.
What the heck? And my aunt also lives far away, so she's also coming. Also, Uyen mentioned that we are going to the restaurants. We need to spend less time on cooking and everything, so we have more time together. And as my family is living quite far away from us now, not because we moved, because they moved.
They were like, oh, you have a girlfriend now? So you can sustain your life alone? Peace out! Move immediately 600 kilometers away. 10 hours of driving. Crazy. I arrived, they go immediately as if they don't want to be near me or something.
Well, they took 1.5 years to be close to you, and then...
Yeah, but they run so fast. It's been so long. I forgot the time they were here already.
Yeah, so they're coming. My aunt is coming, who's also living far away. It's the one in Switzerland, for the people who pay a lot of attention to details. And yeah, then we have a calm time together and spend quality time together, and I really like that.
But Tani, don't you think cooking together is also a quality time together?
Well, not with our small kitchen, to be honest.
But it's like seriously, in Vietnam, it's so fun to cook together because we cook so many dishes. Me and the kid would sit in a table and we would roll the summer rolls, spring rolls together while my mom is taking care of the chicken and my father is taking care of our Vietnamese sausages. Everybody is so busy cooking and the whole kitchen smells so freaking good. And it's also a nice activity for families too.
But do you do that then 2 or 3 times per day?
Maybe, sometimes. So this is how a day look like in our family during the New Year, Lunar New Year. We would wake up and we would start cooking for the ancestor, like several dishes, several meals, and then we would put them into the chai because they need to have breakfast too, right? And then we would light incense and we wait until the incense burned out, which is around 1 to 1.5 hours, which means the ancestor their spirit already go back during that time and eat everything. So after 1.5 hours, all of the food is cold. The ancestor is full, and then we would ask them if we can take the food down, and then we take the food down, we reheat everything, and then we can have basically lunch. That's our lunch.
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
Like you ask them if you can take it.
Yeah.
You wait for something there, like for a kind of answer, or
Well, in Vietnam, you can. We believe that you can talk to the dead people by like some coin. You would just like roll the coin. If you say, okay, if it's 2 head or 2 tails, that you agree with me or not. But no, we don't do that for the food. We just politely ask them like, hey, grandma, grandpa, have you eaten yet? I hope you have a nice meal. Can I eat now? Thank you. Then you take it. But you always should ask. Don't just take their food.
But what will you do if suddenly something falls down when you ask or something?
So don't take anything then.
Okay. And it's
if
like,
something
Grandpa hasn't finished eating yet.
Let Grandpa finish his beer. Okay. We do feed Grandpa beer, and we feed them what they like when they were alive as well.
That's very sweet.
Yeah. So we take the food down, and that's our meal. And then we prepare the lunch again, and then we put it up there, and then it's going to be our dinner. It's basically gonna be like that for at least 3 to 5 days. Yeah, so it's pretty busy, mostly for my mom, because we always.
But do you wait in front of the ancestors for
it's 1.5 hours. We just put it up there, and then do you want to stare at people when they're eating, honey?
So you have.
I don't think the ancestors want to be stared as well.
But do you want to eat alone?
Huh?
Do you want to eat alone?
Do you think there's only one ancestor? There's like 10 of them.
Yeah,
honey.
but they are stuck with each other all the time.
You think so? Nah, they probably go. It's New Year's, well, they probably go together back home to eat it.
Okay.
It's like a party for them. And then I just leave it there, and then in 1.5 hours, I come back and take it. But anyway, so it's super busy. And that's why we cannot really go out and eat, because we have to stay at home to cook for them anyway.
One small story, by the way. When I was in Hoi An on my first trip in Vietnam, after leaving Uyen, I was in a pagoda, and there they asked me if I want to do the thingy with the coins and ask a question. No. And I asked, will I ever see Uyen again? And then the ancestor said, yes.
Wow. But
At first they said, maybe. Then they said, do it again. And then it said, yes.
Honey, what ancestor are you asking?
I have no idea. The ancestors of the temple. I don't know. The temple lady told me to do it. No, maybe I asked the Buddha.
I'm also not Buddhist, so I also don't know. I'm sorry.
For me, it's very interesting to hear Uyen talk about it, because I know about it just from some stories, and sometimes when she tells, and sometimes when she's making videos and stuff. Because unfortunately I never was able to be there during Tet.
Our Lunar New Year is called Tet.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's always in January or February, like very close to Christmas and our New Year holiday. So it's almost impossible to get holiday there.
Yep.
Yeah, and then it's always pretty long, and the flights are always expensive. But hopefully one day I can join it. Uyen's mom, she's always asking, are you coming? Like whenever she sees me, like actually from September to December, whenever she sees me on the phone, she's like, are you coming this year? Are you coming? And then I always need to say like, sorry, I don't get holiday. And she's like, next year. And then 2 days later, she's asking again.
Yeah. But then you can see how important it is for us, for Vietnamese, for Lunar New Year. We've been talking about that since September.
How was it for you not being able to go home and spend time with your family? Because we need to explain for the audience, like Vietnamese had a very strict lockdown during COVID, and Uyen was not able to go home for
2 years.
2.5 years, I think.
It sucks, because I remember that night was New Year Eve in Vietnam, and I was standing next to a random tram in the city. Because in Vietnam it was 6 hours earlier, so it was 6 p.m. in Germany. I was going shopping. I was standing in a random tram. Nobody around me know that this is the New Year. Everybody was just living normal as if it's a normal day in February. So I called my father, and he was like, "Oh, Happy New Year!" And he was doing some ceremony with the ancestor, and it felt so weird to not be there during that time. It's crazily sad.
No,
and I had to do it for 2 years, because the next year it was locked out and nobody could go home unless you pay a lot of money. It's super, super sad. But I'm glad that nowadays I'm able to go home, because seriously, New Year is the time that you have to be home no matter what. Yeah,
I was feeling very sad for you.
But German boyfriend actually make it a little bit better. He was decorating the whole house for Lunar New Year vibe for me. When I stuck here, he was cutting paper into peach flower because you guys have a Christmas tree by using a pine tree. We using peach flower or kumquat tree as our New Year tree. So we have a peach flower everywhere in the house. We have red paper everywhere with coins and stuff like that. We have fake fireworks. Yeah, it looks really, really nice. So it made me...
And I really, really like it. Like, I always very interested in getting to new customs and rituals and everything. And it was really, really fun for me to decorating the house since the lockdown is not there anymore. Uyen is obviously going to home every Tet. And like I still decorate the house. Although she's not here, I still like it.
Really?
Yeah. Don't you remember?
Last year did you do it?
Yeah, last year I also
really?
did it. I have down there in the basement, I still have like one box that says like Tet decoration. Then I take it out and put out the peach flowers and everything. And every year, that's also something I really like the lunar calendar, like the lunar zodiac, and every year you have another animal. So this year is the year of the dragon. It's my year. I'm a dragon. So you can build up decoration that looks like a dragon head or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember already making decorations with the tiger. And yeah, it's very, very nice and very cute. I really like it.
Also, during our New Year, we give each other lucky money. So German boyfriend always make sure to give me lucky money as well. And it was fun. I'm looking forward to go home soon. I'm gonna go home pretty soon for celebrating the New Year again.
So New Year in Germany has like nothing to do with your New Year, right?
Nothing. It's basically just friends gathering together, getting really drunk. And then
also getting very full.
Oh my God. So every year we would go to German boyfriend's friend's house with raclette. It's basically hot pot in a pan with cheese. Barbecue, very confusing.
Did you have a pan? You put stuff inside and then you cover it with cheese and then you basically bake it, fry it, something in the middle of it. Sorry to all of the Swiss people out there, by the way, because this is not how traditional Swiss raclette looks like at all.
Yep. And then they start drinking, they start playing board game. At the almost midnight, we start watching TV where they start shooting fireworks at the Horse Gate in Berlin, Brandenburger Tor.
Horse Gate.
Yep. And then after that, they drink more, they play more. And then
cheer.
Yep. You cheers, you hug, you play more, you drink more. And then I start falling to sleep on the couch and they play until 3. I'm always like those...
Actually, the falling asleep on the couch part of Uyen is starting around 10 p.m.
Every single night. And then they play until 3. And then we go home. It's fun though. It's super, super fun. But then the next day you wake up and basically it's over. I feel like the first day of the new year over here, the first day of January in Germany is the end of the holiday. Like at least nobody is celebrating anything anymore.
Everyone is sobering out.
Yep. No Christmas, no New Year anymore. It's just another day, and they just going on in normal, and then they're going to throw the Christmas tree away in around 5 to 10 days. In Vietnam, 5 days before the New Year Eve was super busy because, as I said, we're preparing. 5 days after the New Year Eve, we don't do anything, even cleaning, because cleaning is considered unlucky there. We just celebrating. We go houses to houses. We go to our cousin. We go to our friend's house. We wish them a new year. We hug them.
Not a happy new year.
Yeah, just them a happy new year. We give them lucky money. We do it for like 2 to 3 days. It's super fun. It's a very big socialized thing to do. So I was super looking forward to the first day of the new year, and German boyfriend would bring me around to see his friends. But apparently everybody was just home getting hangover.
One very interesting thing and one very funny thing is it's very important in Vietnam who's your first guest in the new year.
Oh, yes.
And it's every year it is like a complete science.
So you have to do the research to see who is the owner of the house. Normally I would take German boyfriend because like he's older than me. So his year, he's a dragon. So you have to see what year is it this year. We have a dragon, we have the year, and then you have to check on internet to see which animal, zodiac animal, would fit to walk to the house the first time to bring us luck. So if I said we need to have someone who was born in 1990, so German boyfriend had to search for one of his friends who was born at that time to walk into our apartment on the first day of the new year to bring us luck.
But that's not all. Like, that friend that I choose also needs to be successful, good in health, wealthy,
not divorced,
pretty. I don't know.
Not pretty, but like in general, no drama, no divorcee. Anyway,
and I remember one time that we got a delivery on that day, and the guy was getting into the house, and I was like, Uyen, there was someone getting into the house. Does it count when he goes 2 steps inside, or like?
No, it's actually count. That's why some year we just do it ourselves. We just we just DIY it. We just became the first one. I just go out and then I go in again. If that year my year is good.
But I thought that's not counting because you lived there.
No. It's actually counted if you're. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Like, it's not even science. Why am I sound like so sure?
That is the point. Like, it's not even science. Like, it depends. I will ask Uyen, and then she checks the one website and she says like, this year, and this year. Wait, let me see another website. Because we don't know anyone of that. One time she even told me like, from this year. And it was like, I don't know, from 2018. And I'm like, how do I get a 6-year-old child into our house? That sounds like trouble. So I actually think we could talk more about it, but I think this was long enough already.
By the way, you guys, if you enjoy our podcast, please subscribe. Please, it would help us a lot. Thank you.
It also helps you because you won't miss anything anymore.
Wow, win-win situation.
Yeah, awesome.
Good. Thank you very much
guys
for
next
listening.
Time. And of course, have lovely holidays, all of you.
Oh, yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
A Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Bye-bye.
Culture Cuddles is produced by Yilmaz Hummel for Uyen Ninh and her German husband-to-be. This episode was produced by Niklas Stündel and Freak Sitter. To submit your own story for the podcast, go to culturecuddles.com.